The golden sun rose over the vast Serengeti, casting a breathtaking canvas of amber and gold across the endless grasslands. Birds chirped in the crisp morning air, while a gentle breeze whispered through the towering acacia trees. Among the swaying grasses, a lioness named Nia and her playful cub Jabari had made this stretch of the wild their home. Jabari, no older than a few months, tumbled and pounced at his mother's feet, his bright golden eyes brimming with curiosity. For days, Nia and her cub had roamed this part of the savannah, free and unbothered by the lurking dangers hidden beyond the tall grass. Jabari, ever eager to test his limits, had begun to explore his world with boundless energy. That morning, his sharp gaze locked onto the trunk of a sturdy tree, a new challenge, a fresh adventure. Determined, he crept forward, his tiny claws digging into the rough bark. His first few attempts were clumsy, but with each try he climbed higher, his confidence swelling. Nia watched, silent but ever watchful, knowing that this was how he would learn, how he would survive. But she did not see the danger above. A sudden gust of wind rattled the branches. Jabari hesitated, clinging tightly to the tree. A loud crack split the air as the brittle branch beneath him snapped. The world seemed to slow as the tiny cub plummeted, his terrified cry piercing the morning silence. Nia's ears twitched at the sharp sound. Her heart pounded as she sprinted to her cub's side, her roar shattering the stillness. Jabari lay motionless, his small body quivering, his hind legs twisted unnaturally. A pained whimper escaped his lips as he tried to stand, only to collapse under the weight of his injury. Nia's pulse thundered in her ears. A wounded cub was a beacon for predators. Hyenas with their chilling calls, leopards prowling in the shadows, even rival lions who would see Jabari as nothing more than an opportunity. Time was slipping away and she had to act. She gazed toward the horizon, searching desperately for hope. Then a thought surfaced, a whispered legend among the prides. Tales of strange, two-legged creatures who roamed the land. Hunters, some said, but others spoke of them with something akin to reverence. Could they help? She had never believed in these stories, but now she had no other choice. Carefully she grasped Jabari by the scruff of his neck, his weak breath warm against her fur. Step by step she moved forward, her instincts warring with fear. The unknown was dangerous, but nothing was more terrifying than losing her child. Miles away, deep in the heart of the reserve, a team of rangers patrolled the land in their open-roof vehicle. At the helm was Daniel, a seasoned ranger who had spent years watching the Serengeti's stories unfold. He had witnessed the raw dance of life and death, but nothing could have prepared him for what he was about to see. As their jeep rumbled along the dirt path, his keen eyes caught a figure in the distance. A lioness moving toward them. His grip on the steering wheel tightened. Something was wrong. "Daniel, everyone stay alert." The vehicle slowed as Nia stepped into the clearing. Her golden coat shimmered in the sunlight, her muscles tense, yet she moved with an unfamiliar caution. Daniel's breath hitched when he saw what dangled from her jaws, a motionless cub. "Ranger, she's bringing him to us," disbelief thick in his voice. Nia reached the jeep, then did something extraordinary. She gently placed Jabari onto the ground and took a step back. Her amber eyes locked onto Daniel's, a silent plea passing between them. Daniel hesitated only for a moment before slowly opening the door. His pulse pounded as he stepped forward, lowering himself to the cub's level. Jabari barely stirred, his breathing shallow, his legs swollen. "Daniel, he's hurt, but I don't think anything's broken." One of the rangers tossed him a medical bag. With deliberate care, Daniel pulled out antiseptic wipes and bandages, each movement slow, calculated. He knew the mother lion was watching his every move. One misstep could turn her desperation into fury. A low rumble escaped Nia's throat as Daniel reached for Jabari. A warning, not a threat. He paused, giving her a small nod, a silent promise that he meant no harm. Then, with the gentlest touch, he pressed the antiseptic against the cub's injured leg. Jabari flinched but did not cry out. Minutes passed like hours. The rangers worked in tense silence, dressing the wound, injecting a mild painkiller, ensuring the cub was stable. All the while, Nia never looked away. Finally, Daniel sat back, exhaling a breath he hadn't realized he was holding. "Daniel, he'll be okay, he just needs rest." A stillness settled over them, thick with anticipation. Then Nia stepped forward, her massive head lowering as she nuzzled her cub. Jabari stirred, a small, fragile movement, his tiny body letting out a weak purr. Relief washed over Daniel like a wave. He slowly backed away, creating space, allowing mother and child their moment. The team watched, their breaths held, witnessing something rare, something sacred. Jabari wobbled as he tried to stand, his legs trembling. Nia let out a soft, encouraging rumble, a deep maternal sound filled with warmth. The cub tried again, this time standing for longer, leaning against his mother for support. A quiet sigh of relief rippled through the rangers. And then, the most unexpected thing happened. Nia turned back to Daniel, her amber eyes meeting his. For a moment they simply looked at one another, predator and protector, two beings from different worlds. Then she let out a soft, brief roar. Not a warning, not a threat, but something deeper, a sound filled with gratitude. Daniel swallowed hard, his heart thundering in his chest. And just like that, with regal grace, Nia gathered her cub and slowly disappeared into the golden grasslands, leaving behind a silence charged with emotion. The rangers remained still, absorbing the weight of what had just happened. Finally, Daniel exhaled, shaking his head in awe. "Daniel, that is something I'll never forget." The story of Nia and Jabari became legend, a tale whispered around campfires, a testament to the unspoken language of trust and compassion. It was a reminder that the wild was not just a place of survival, it was a place of connection, of hope, and of love.